everyone has themselves muted. We're just silently sitting in a room looking at each other.
Can I just mention Marcus's complete terror at being the Regent? I mean, we don't need to expand on it too much, but eep.
So is Cone like officially dead or what? Like what happened with that?
If that means he's Regent, I'm Primogen. No, case.
You can't be a Primogen, you're not a tower vampire. Regent is not a tower designation, it is a chantry designation.
Typically, the Regent is the most powerful or eldest Tremere in a particular region that houses a chantry. In this particular instance, in the instance of Gary, with our last moments of viewing the chantry in flames with police and fire persons and EMT before you all alighted to the school, in the months since, there has been no sighting of nor evidence that they are anything more than ash, which means the most learned Tremere in Gary and eldest is Marcus Farmer, thereby bequeathing him up immediately the title of Regent Farmer. Unless where someone else finds interest in the rotting, rusting heap that is Gary and decides to move in and take over, he is the eldest, most learned Tremere in Gary.
With the current state of things, he's also the most able to protect the chantry because he knows the not magical parts of trying to hide and support a group of wizards on the run.
You don't see the irony in that though? That the most learned and surviving Tremere is not actually a Tremere.
Hey, officially, legally, he was adopted, so that counts. I'm just saying.
Not by blood.
Well, that's kind of what adopted means, John. But Cone picked him as his protege, and when shit went to fucking shit, any Tremere that got out would need what Marcus has, which is modern knowledge, contact with Gigi, get everybody spread out, recover what we can, keep everybody safe. But yeah, Marcus is like absolutely fucking twitchy, crazy, scared about the concept. He has been trying to contact other regents, but he hasn't found that little black book of Cone's yet. And Duck Sharp has been rather unresponsive currently, considering what Evelyn did to Gary.
Oh yeah, that's right. Marcus never did get to meet Hestia.
No, Marcus has not met Hestia. He has not met Seth. He has not met... He's only met one member of the leadership. Cone's boss. And Cone's boss has not been by since the original University Chantry burnt to the fucking ground. So, I mean, yeah. That's why he's in a dark little office with a bunch of whiteboards. Kind of like, conspiracy theory Barbie. And he's been working for the clan so much that he hasn't been around you guys as much as he'd like. That is Marcus right now.
So we know for a fact that what's her face, the new ruler has already like pulled off and left, right? We're just licking John's wounds and getting our shit together, basically.
I have no wounds. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, you got messed up.
What? Chris' neck almost just off his... almost decapitated.
Yeah, you're done for the day.
But how do you know that? Wait a minute. You're not fucking...
I listened. I haven't seen the damage yet, but I listened to this is all OOC. We haven't officially started yet. So
when she fucked him up, she dragged him back in there.
Tossed him like a rag doll.
Right, Leonanti did not shoot her. Speaking of, where is he?
Well, the beauty of enclosed spaces is it removes the benefit, the one singular benefit of firearms: distance. It was a very tactical decision, being as John decided to not utilize or follow through on what he had been instructed. Yeah, as far as Leonetti, I have not heard from him this week. As far as Baron Stevens leaving you all to your devices after giving the opportunity for you all to prove your loyalty, clean away the slate, yes, you all are left to your own devices.
Leo did get back to me when I PM'd him today, but I don't know. Oh, wait, there's Leo. He's right there. He's not saying anything, but he's right there.
Leonetti is a kindred of few words and the man of even fewer.
Mystery wrapped in an enigma.
All right.
His chain might be hooked up on a rock at the top.
So, with us all gathered, with us all here, are there any extenuating questions or suggestions or passive logic that we need to iron out before diving in?
Do we have any clue how she might have known we were here?
Do you?
I mean, I know Gigi put it forward as to, are you not paying attention? Like, hey, how did she know we were here? And I know Nikki said it too, but everybody else was like, what?
Well, she mentioned the Tremere.
Is Marcus a traitor?
We are at the school right now, right?
Correct.
That is the scene location.
Yes.
So, Marcus was downstairs the whole time this was happening and didn't fucking notice.
No, he did not.
Well, you guys didn't do anything too crazy. You just got Blansky beat the fuck up.
He did that.
Yeah, and honestly, he deserved it.
Important.
I mean, Marcus would have a couple of ideas of how she would know, but that'll have to wait till you guys come down and slap him about the head and shoulders, tell him to stop fucking looking at his whiteboards.
So I guess an answer to my question is a no. Nobody has figured it out.
Nope, no one.
You put it out. I'm sorry, I came in a little late.
We haven't technically hit the hard start. Well, now we have like 4 minutes after hard start.
Yes, we are. So the questions still stand, and without any putting heads together and all of that, the answer remains as a mystery with no definitive solution to it. So, with that prime mystery resting above all of our heads like the sword of Damocles, I'd like to thank you all for this moment, for this opportunity of play, and to explore what the coterie of Gary might get up to. With no further questions, suggestions, hypotheses, or corners that we can round off, I'd like to officially say that this is Steel Hearts, Rusted Souls, Season 4, Episode 2. Whisper to Us. When we last left our coterie, they were reeling and licking their wounds from having a impromptu meeting with Baron Stevens, the prime mover, shaker, and the hand of God himself as far as every kindred is concerned for Gary. There has been an offer made to clean the slate, to wipe away all of the malingering and lingering doubts and reasons that they should be hunted to destruction. The offer is simple. Fetch back the prime Malkavian of Gary, to fetch back Arthur himself, the Mad Palmer, to the domain of Gary. It will require some road work, some applied intelligence, and God knows what else might be lurking out there in the dark awaiting them. As the taillights of the SUVs that Stevens uses to show as a show of force disappear into the distance, leaving the coterie alone in the school, what is it that they are up to?
Leonetti is packing his supplies and gear, getting ready to go.
Marcus is in the basement being a regent, so he doesn't know the deal you guys have struck yet.
Should probably tell Marcus that he's probably going to die soon.
That's not what she said, but anyway.
No, I was talking.
I'm going to ask again, if y'all are paying attention, how the fuck did she find out we was here? Does anybody have a clue?
What car do we use?
Is anybody going to come down and get Marcus?
Hold your horses.
Question, can I roll to see if I can think of some reasons or some ways Baron could have found us?
She did say if she blew this place up that she would have words with the Tremere, but little less.
If you mind staying here for a minute, I gotta go get Marcus because he's supposed to be the brains of the operation, but see how well that goes.
Mr. Overtell?
So Gigi heads downstairs looking for Marcus, standing just inside his office area, and hey, Batman, Your cave ain't secret no more.
Seriously, is anybody going to come downstairs and get Marcus?
Did you not just hear what I said? Gigi came downstairs to get Marcus.
Oh, no, I did not hear. That did not come through. Sorry. So, Marcus immediately responds to another presence, because at this point, he's just running in circles and getting angry at his whiteboards. And he comes upstairs to see what's going on. And I'm assuming he is greeted with the sight of Lasky fucked up.
So, in the grand scheme of things, as Gigi pauses the meeting of the minds, that is the coterie discussing matters on the first floor, heading downstairs to retrieve Marcus and attempting to broach a conversation with him, he, in his most ADHD Asperger sensibilities, walks past her up the stairs to engage the men and Nikki on the first floor.
Pretty much it sounds about that, right? He's lucky she doesn't like violence, or she would have kidney punched him.
It wouldn't be the first time he'd been kidney punched. It's like, so Marcus comes into the room now that Gigi woke him up from the crazy shit he's doing downstairs, because he thinks that running is the appropriate reaction to being woken up. He sees Lasky fucked up and it's like, what the fuck happened?
Apparently you hard of hearing, because I said your secret cave ain't secret no more. That's the explanation for John being fucked up. He had a visitor, and she has a task for us.
Is it she, or is it Silk, or is it
Evelyn.
It's bad.
So it's she, and she knew where we were?
And so was so bold as to actually claim that yes, she did reveal that she knew where we were.
Well, crap.
And knew that we were plotting against her.
Well, we've been plotting against her for months. That isn't the surprise. The surprise is that she remembered that the Anarchs and the Towers worked together at this location.
Well, that's just it.
Yeah, I believe that she knew that we were plotting against her since the moment we met her.
Oh yeah, I absolutely believe that.
We were not subtle with our implications of going against her.
But this place, I thought, was back enough in time that it would escape notice. But it seems like Evelyn takes notes. Remember, she knows we all came here together with the Vanguard and the Anarchs to fight the Whites. It's why I picked this place, is that I thought nobody would care anymore.
She may not care about the place, but she do care about the individuals that is inhabiting it at them.
We gotta assume, especially with the Chantry falling apart, we gotta assume that a couple of us could have been followed at least to the area, and she would have remembered that she sent 2 or 3 of her top people. As I recall, one of them died here, or came damn close to it.
She also said that she would firebomb this place and then apologize to you later.
So she knows I'm here, and she knows I'm running the Chantry from the building. Well, that sucks on so many levels.
Wait till you hear her proposal.
I don't. Oh, just fucking say it. What do we have to do to keep her from firebombing my ass?
We ought to go find the Mad Bomber for her. And just so happens the Mad Bomber is the only one who has information about her dealings with the humans.
Son of a bitch, we gotta find... Who took Arthur? Did she give you any information about who she thinks took him?
I believe it's either one or two things. Either he's already dead and she's planning on setting us up to get us out the way, or she truly does not know where Arthur is and is using us to locate him, to kill him, and us.
So she didn't give you a hint or a name of who she suspects?
No, she just told us to find him.
Fuck.
I mean, Marcus.
There you go.
Hey, Marcus. You religious?
No. Why?
'Cause I saw you on a cross that was on fire.
That seems more like an execution than anything.
That's that weird seer Malkavian see the future bullshit, right?
Crucifixion.
Sure.
It's called the crucifixion. A Roman execution technique.
Yeah, I understand what the visual is. I'm asking where his source of information is.
You know,
where you get data is as important as what the data is.
Oh, and do snake people exist?
Oh God, my head hurts. Okay, when you saw the vision of me being burned on a cross, was any of that moment seemingly related to Arthur? His crazy bombing ass?
The only thing... The fire.
Just the fire. Well, yeah, Arthur, fire, yeah, I see the connection there, but nothing else?
Snake people. Apparently. There were people dying and out of their bodies were snake people.
Yes.
Okay. Holy shit. We gotta find the Mad Bomber and give the Mad Bomber back to the crazy Inquisition supporting Baron of the city. Is there anything else I missed in the last 2 months
Apparently,
while I was, doing my job?
You missed the first attempt on our life when she pretty much did the same thing. She made the same proposal. Did she not do this?
Okay. I hate Sharp so much. I hate him so much. Why did he fucking leave? These anarchs are fucking crazy. All of them crazy. I just want to be an anarchist. Come on.
Remember, I said I don't think he left. I think he's dead.
Okay, so we have a new decision to make. What are we doing? You guys look like you want to go for Arthur.
Yeah.
Or his corpse, or his dustpan.
Whichever.
Yes.
I thought the plan was going to go tell the others about the plan.
We are doing. We're telling. We're stopping. We're stopping by Pompeii to to give him some information, and then we're going to get Arthur.
We don't have any real information yet.
That the Baron is trying to aggressively take over that land. Yes, we do know this.
Yes.
We do know this, but we have proof.
We are informing him of that, just to make sure that he isn't blindsided. If he already knows,
Okay.
fine. If he doesn't,
Wait.
better.
Leonetti, I need focus on this. We have information that Evelyn is working with the SI, and now you're telling me that she is thinking of expanding into Pompeo's area?
She's been expanding into other Baron's territories that she's killed.
Okay. So yes, definitely we need to let Pompeo know that.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely need to do that. We definitely need to find Arthur to keep Evelyn from killing us. Because if she firebombs this place, I don't have a lot of backup places left after this.
What point is it to keep us alive if she knows and also admitted openly that she is working with the SI for us? What merit is this to keep us alive?
If I were to offer a suggestion on that, it would be because no one would believe you all. You all stayed out of all of the major decisions, even as you had the opportunity to stop them. From the death of your former associate to the slowly whittling away of all of the Camarilla officers and agents. And you all chose to remain out of the matters. As such, you helped her create what this land is. But I could be wrong.
Exactly.
What is that voice? Wait, who is that speaking?
I'm talking to...
And as everyone realizes that the voice so eloquently susurrus from the shadows everywhere and nowhere, that you are not alone.
When are we ever alone?
So where did the... Like, directionally, where did the voice come from?
Everywhere and nowhere.
Or is it just a universal ASMR whisper that spreads?
Oh, so very much of an ASMR whisper.
Oh my gosh, we're stuck in an episode of What If. Oh.
So, Lasky doesn't react.
And that's exactly what Dickie says.
Gigi is going to take a very slow turn around themselves and look to see if they can zero in on the source of the sound.
All right. Those of you who would like to do as such when manifesting against certain disciplines, would you be so kind as to go ahead and roll your wits plus aspects?
Wrong character.
Marcus is going to stare around in a semi-panic, realizing that there is someone in the room he does not know is there, or where they are, or who they are, but he knows he does not have the skills to zero in on it. And he's going to try to very hard not to suddenly disappear.
What were the skills again?
Wits plus aspects.
Wrong fucking channel, sorry.
Opsticks.
Auspex.
Auspec.
You don't have it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go double check the laptop, but I'm fairly certain that Marcus is completely out of his fucking league right here.
As everyone begins checking shadows and doing the very grade school reaching out in front of them and stretching into the space between them and the nothingness around them, the voice chimes in again. If I were here to do you all harm, do you believe that we'd be having a conversation?
Highly doubtful.
Marcus succumbs to the pure logic of that statement. Says, I think you have the right of us.
It's not harm, Shug. It's more about the fact that we don't know who you are, but you obviously talking to us. It's only polite and neighborly to show yourself.
Oh, the most neighborly thing I can do is not to show myself.
Be careful what you want. You ask for it, darling. You just might get it.
Marcus at this point waves Gigi back because her logic is sound, but Marcus has been made aware of interesting and new levels of occult and interesting kindred information, and he's of the firm opinion that maybe he doesn't want to see what would be shown.
And Nikki's been around long enough to know that there is weird shit out there.
Snake people!
You don't know about all that, but
My intentions are to assist as best as possible. Unfortunately, certain proclivities of living, existing things means my presentation of self works counterpoint to that. Luckily, upon death, at least Luckily, upon my death, my vocal cords were not as mangled.
which would explain why there is no body. My condolences.
We all carry our crosses. You are not alone. You don't have to be. There is help and assistance for you all. In your present state, perhaps it might be best to appease your masters. Or not. You may flee the area at your earliest convenience, of course.
At the current, we have several masters. Any one of them can be appeased, but to the detriment of other masters. Do you have a suggestion which master would be the most useful?
Wait for it.
The easiest, of course, is Baron Stevens.
And there it is.
Yo, do you know anything about what's it called? What was it? The Boomer Boy.
Arthur, Lansky,
yes.
write this shit down. Take notes.
Caldwell.
So you don't have to get.
Your master's agent outside of these borders. Yes, much is known of Caldwell and his particular variety of madness.
Where was he sent?
As Stevens informed Lansky, He was sent south, east.
Oh, shit. Pompeo's area?
Oh no, not the Baron of South Haven.
South and east. Gary is... Sorry, my brain isn't quite up to snuff as compared to Marcus. Ancestry, that is what I want. No, I want the actual link.
But if my assistance isn't needed, I shall return hence.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. At no point has any of us thought your assistance isn't needed. In fact, we've been thinking of nothing but assistance. And if you can help us locate Evelyn's Mad Bomber, I mean, up until the time he tried to kill us, I actually liked Caldwell.
And not to sound ungrateful to you, despite it was, but you are so eager to help us. Is there a price to this?
There's always a price. Luckily, others are paying it. I doubt you have the necessary funds for such a thing.
Who else is paying?
I believe that would be private information. Or does
Southeast
not
or southwest?
Indeed, it's a matter of how much. I might be able to liquidate some things, but I need to know how much I'm working with here.
Southeast.
As instructed by Stevens, Caldwell was last seen in the areas of the Lake of the Four Seasons. In that area, there are several forces gathering, threatening both Pompeo and Stevens. Those forces are light and gather like storm clouds. You all have the ability to perhaps dissipate a portion of them. What you all decide is, well, your decision. I merely am offering potential insight as to what steps you might take to be most beneficial to my employer.
I'm going to assume that you have no wish to relay to us the name of said employer. But what you're asking us to do is to be a grounding rod in the efforts of those people to upset Pompeo or Stevens.
That is definitely one way to proceed. You all have managed to stir the pot. Your negligence in acting and choosing a side, your insistence on remaining inviolably independent has allowed the tower to be driven from Gary, to force for the first time in nearly 125 years for the tower to bend a knee to any anarch presence in the entirety of the Midwest. your failures to mount an affirmative defense of the tower, your failings to choose which side of the pen you will reside in, the fire or the pen itself, has allowed these things to happen. My employer is interested.
You're interested. If there is something that's going to affect Gary, if there's something that's going to infect or invest in South Haven, we don't need a four-sided war. So if we can take a player out of the game by hamstringing them a little, we would be interested.
Very well. Which master will you serve? Stevens? Or perhaps another?
Do you want honesty, or do you want us to be political?
Why are you asking the same thing in two different ways?
Well, we're a Tarkus, and for us, it's two separate questions.
But it is not. Your lack of action has made it impossible for any Autarchus to survive within Gary. They must choose a side. And the smart ones, the pliable ones, always choose Baron Stevens. Better the devil you know than all of the enmity they might bring to bear.
Well, we know if Stevens doesn't jive with any one side. That's our problem. Pompeo wants to expand his area or protect his area, and that's fine. But we found evidence that she's worked with the humans of the Inquisition. We've found evidence that she's worked with the Tower, and she claims herself a Baron. We don't know what side she's on. Pompeo, at least we know he wants to be a Baron.
That Pompeo is male, Italian, and a completely different beast than your African-American female Baron who has been ruling the city for the last 40 years with a figurehead of a nice blonde, blue-eyed male Baron, while she has been wielding the power, being political, and maintaining what little order existed.
Or we can have a completely new person get in charge.
Interesting.
I have dealt with all sides. I've been used by all sides. But I have to be honest in this moment. Evelyn has been the most effective. She kept the Anarch strong. She kept Jester strong. And somehow she managed to distract Mobius for God knows how many years. And distract the Tower for how many years. My only problem with Evelyn is that she brought in the Hunters. That, to me, is dirty pool. If your master is willing to accept her obvious and egregious breaking of the masquerade to protect her power, I would love to discuss with him how, or her, or them, how they reconcile that. Vampire business, kindred business, should be between kindred, and bringing in the SI at any level was a choice she made that breaks a lot of goddamn rules. So if they have a reason, if they have a reason to support Evelyn, I'd like to hear it. Pompeo, he's he's a little more, I don't know, egalitarian about it. He thinks that her use of the SI was appropriate in some way, but I think his opinion is colored
that as long as
like the power.
He's using them and not allying with them.
I think if you use them, you've allied with them. It doesn't matter. The SI's goal is to kill us. That's it. They don't understand really the differences. Sects and clans and hell, at some points, depending on which of the soldiers you're dealing with, they don't even care about the race. They consider us a variant of the Lupines. If you side with that kind of hardcore, across the board, kill everything that isn't human, you've made a choice. If there's a reason that you're, and I'm talking to the unseen voice, your boss is okay with that, make a presentation, tell me why that's okay. And if it's okay, then I have absolutely no problem working and turning, I'm the Regent. I can turn my Tremere to your purpose with a couple of phone calls, a couple of hidden messages, and a couple of backdrops. But
are you offering the Tremere? Interesting. I will see what they decide.
I will absolutely offer the Tremere if you can convince me that her using the SI was a good move and did not cost us in the masquerade. I will make sure that my people push in that direction. Right now, I have to tell you that my personal opinion is with Leo. I think we should back Pompeo and put all of Evelyn's dirty laundry out on every version of the internet that Kindred have and destroy her credibility.
Lasky, would you be so kind as to roll your resolve plus composure?
Okay.
Well, that would mean that we would have to get Arthur and return him to Pompeo instead of Steve.
You're going to have to get Arthur no matter what. Arthur is the most non-negotiable asset.
Difficulty 3?
No, just roll as high as you can.
Okay. Oh, shit.
All right. As Marcus is speaking to the disembodied voice that has been questioning and probing and placing a unfair amount of pressure on the actions of the Coterie as it is, an unfair amount of burden on those who have claimed themselves to be autarchist throughout the last few months and last year of activity here in Gary. Lasky in his normal disaffected
For a minute there, nobody.
Lasky in his disaffected staring and probing in the dark spaces and his lack of having stopped moving around and trying to reach and find where this voice is coming from freezes as he is immediately covered in a cold, dead, vitae-tinged sweat. In the doing, you all are immediately aware as to what he sees. If those of you who look in that direction will again have to roll a resolve plus composure, because it is clear that in his unveiling and in his probing of the darkness, he has found the source of the voice. And it is the It is enough to freeze him with immediate fear. It is enough to cause his blood to chill, his vitae to cease to be, his beast to cower and hide. Would you be so kind as to go ahead and roll 1/3 of your humanity and your unspent willpower? Your DC is 4.
For everyone.
Everyone who decides to look what has Lasky quaking in his silence. Yes.
I'm gonna pay attention to what Nikki had said earlier about me not wanting to know, so I'm not going to look.
All right.
I'm probably gonna.
Is that your final action, gentlemen? Are there any willpower expenditures or anything else, actually? Because, well, yes, before the unveiling, I need to make sure that you all are set.
Oh God, how willpower. Working?
Nobody. I lost you for about 15, 20 seconds.
You died.
Right at the beginning of that.
A boulder falls
And
from
that's
orbit,
possible.
crushing everything that is Marcus.
Yeah. I lost you.
If you would like to, if you are staring in the direction to which Lasky freezes, then you will need to roll 2 things: a resolve plus composure, and your DC is exceptionally high. But if you fail, you will need to roll 1/3 humanity plus your unspent willpower. If you are staring in the direction that Lasky is frozen in.
What was the DC?
Marcus is just walking around talking to you in disembodied voice, so he's not paying attention to Lasky. Is there a roll? Because I've just proposed a bargain and was waiting for a response, and Marcus has no version of Auspex. He's not paying attention to Lasky. He's only paying attention to the voice.
All right. So, John, I'm waiting on your fear frenzy roll. That 1/3 of your humanity plus your unspent willpower. And Leonetti, you managed to swallow down your bile. You managed to not lose every sense of yourself, and you stare into the unrealistic maw of the thing that is speaking. Its slightly English accent bleeding through. It would be easier to describe it as a conglomeration of sewn together geometric, remotely, possibly, potentially fleshy substances than a man or a woman. It is a thin. There is no differentiating as to what mass is viable and potentially existing, and the other that is completely something inanimate. There's mushrooms growing through the skin through various eruptions. There's bugs and daddy long legs creeping and crawling through the cracks and crevices of its chest, bones sticking in weird angles, clearly having been broken more times than could be possibly realized. The fingers, or the approximation of them, are a combination of craggy, bone-like protrusions and grown over mossy covered things, as if some body had been buried in a swamp and allowed to dry on a scientist's table. It is 100% an it. and you manage to swallow your gourd and keep from spewing it forward, but just barely. And in that instance, as you manage to choke down your fear as it rises, staring into that ungainly maw, both Nikki looking towards it and Lasky begin backing away, because there is no semblance of rightness about that thing. There's nothing remotely connected with any semblance of something that should be in existence, let alone alive and ambulatory. John, Nikki, as it moved and sat and placed down a very old blocky telephone, you all gained sight of it, and in doing so and gaining sight of it, because Lasky seeing it causes you all to be able to see it now, its obfuscation completely and totally obliterated, and you are far sorrier for it. Your beast recoils. You are in the middle of a fear frenzy. You must get away. You must get to some place safe and secure away from that thing. What is it that you both do? What is it that you all do watching this response happen in Nikki and John's seeming?
So, go ahead. The people
Leonetti, as long as they're not attacking anyone and they are just running away, he's just gonna be like, yep, that's an honestly a understandable response to what that was. Oh, I feel almost so queasy there for a second.
So Marcus has just been walking around talking to this empty voice and ignoring basically everything but what he was saying. I'm assuming I see the two people with the fear response suddenly jet in a given direction.
Out the door.
Out the door. Okay, so running away. Okay, so
Marcus kind of trails past Gigi. She's gonna grab him by the head and turn his head towards whatever it is they were running away from.
Bitch, really? God damn it, Gigi.
Really?
Okay,
Just like curiosity.
First, resolve plus composure.
Resolve plus composure. Let me go back inside and fucking find out what the hell, because I still don't have internet. So
I asked, was there a DC? Because I just rolled the fear roll, but she's scared. She ran off.
Resolve plus composure. I don't get any bonuses or anything?
Yes, you get a negative because you have an understanding as to what's physiologically possible. So technically, you're a -1. So there's no way that
you are a mean. Is there the DC is what, 4 or 3?
Roll very high, my friend. Roll very high.
Just roll high. Okay. Because resolve plus composure for him -1. That isn't going to be high.
Would you be so kind as to go ahead and roll your 1/3 of your humanity and your unspent willpower? The DC is 4 for that.
Plus 1/3 of my humanity. 7, 3, 2, 6. Holy crap! That's gonna be 5 plus 3 is 1. There we go.
As Marcus's eyes moisten, immediately staring upon the creature's semblance and seeming, he swallows.
Horrific?
And stares.
The word you're looking for is horrific.
He swallows and stares into the horror that is. He manages to not run. His beast doesn't trigger an immediate, all-encompassing fear.
Nobody, I literally can't hear anything you're saying.
All right. Well, it's 23 after the hour. Let's take a quick 10-minute here, so giving Marcus time to restart his system. So we'll see you guys back here at 33 after.
I lose y'all?
Nope.
No, I'm back. Sorry about the delay. We are a little bit past our 10-minute mark, but do we have Marcus with any semblance of functionality?
Well, I think he's here, but I'm not sure about functionality.
I think that he should be able to play. I think.
I'm here. If you're gonna fuck me up, let me know. I think I made my rolls, but I mean, that's definitely not a call I get to make. I think I had 4 successes on the first one and a stupid amount of the successes on the second one.
GG, Nikki, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, in the grand course of things, as Marcus is staring into the very face of horror itself, and Leonetti is squeezing the bridge of his nose to force back the headache that is set on about staring into all of this horrid horribleness, while Nikki and Lasky take flight, what is it that everyone is doing?
Well, once Nikki gets outside, she's chilling.
Is that the way friendly works? There for one turn.
To give some semblance of safety, and you are fair and away.
Yeah, like once she gets outside and she's away from the thing, she'll compose herself.
When Gigi finally turns Marcus's head, it's like a sundial, because Marcus is, fucking ADHD Marcus, and lays eyes on the thing that caused everyone else to scatter. He internalizes his reaction and then externalizes his Ventru training and looks directly at the horror that is before him. And the question he asked before they revealed themselves still stands. What does the monster's master expect or want from us?
Is that what he says?
No. He already said what he said. Whoa. But the effort to keep his shit together, he kept his shit together, but he is not going to attempt trying to talk right now. He brought up his points, the points of Evelyn having done several things that were contraindicated, possibly conspiring with the Tower, possibly conspiring with the Inquisition. and basically treating the Coterie like crap versus Pompeo, he had asked the visage that he had just been made aware of where their loyalties lie. Right before his brain kind of disconnected and is compartmentalizing the train wreck of visuality that he's dealing with right now. Rather successfully, I might add, but still, it's a blow. So he's not going to try to articulate too much.
The blocky, antiquated cell phone that is sitting there is the answer. As the creature, realizing that it is seen based on Lasky's flight and Nikki's flight, steps out of the room. It is the most despicably sad thing you've ever seen. Its shambling mass of parts, its broken and ruined wreckage of its legs, dragging it slowly forward around the corner. While outside, Nikki, Lasky, having escaped what you are sure would be the death of all semblance of living things, what is it that you all are discussing, if at all, if anything?
She lights a cigarette. Perhaps I could fix that. That was... I should not have looked. Any idea what that thing was, Mr. Lasky?
Snake thing? Maybe? I kind of just ran.
Unfortunately, I got to go look before I ran, but still. What are your thoughts on the Baron's proposal?
If we get Arthur's thing and we turn it back into her, she'll just kill us anything.
Well, according to the voice, we are no longer a threat. Who would believe us? But then again, if we actually got the evidence, that would make us dangerous.
I would say it's a 50-50 chance. She'll kill us or she'll not kill us.
Well, let's all hope she's too preoccupied with other things to just see us as insignificant. All I wanted was to run my shop. That was it.
Site rebellion, where I maybe find more leads on that.
Funny!
All I need to do is locate the mad farmer and I will have the information I need.
Marcus is at this point, because his brain ADHD'd and derailed the train to take in the visage that he is looking at. He is trying to focus on the idea of what the voice wants and who it serves. I'm assuming that the visage that he's looking at is fairly hard to determine, male, female, So he's thinking of them as a them this whole time, once they become visible again.
Gigi noticed that it put the phone down, so she is going to go for the phone. And she's not as scared about picking up this phone as she would be other types of phones, because she's recognizing the fact that it's like a brick. It's like one of those old school cell phones. So it'd be less a chance of her destroying it than if it was a smartphone.
Yes, less a chance, but never zero. As Gigi picks up the block phone left by it, because him, her, them all fall short of what that mass of horror actually was. Looking at the cell phone, it is clear that it is as close to analog as you can possibly be and still quantify as cellular. It is as close to analog as you can be and still quantify as a digital signal device. It is, without a shadow of a doubt, ancient. You are surprised that it doesn't have a battery as wide as your chest and as long as your torso. It is a precursor to all things cellular.
Turning it over in her hands gently, she's going to walk it over to Marcus and stick it in his hand, looking in the eye. It's best you keep that, just in case. I mean, I don't think I can break it, but we don't have no other clues right now, so you might want to hold on to that and find out what's in it. That's your answer to your question. They said they left it there for you to find.
Marcus takes the digital Motorola brick that he hasn't seen in 20 years and despised when it came out, and immediately takes a half step away from Gigi to protect it from her influence. Have a great night. And nods. He's like, the biggest problem with these old damn phones is they didn't carry a lot of information, but any information that's in here, nah, I've got the technology to get it out.
Shall I go get the others back in here?
I think. And at this moment, Marcus has like his biggest broham moment of, I know, those big fucking pussies just fucking ran out of here just because he looked a little weird. God damn. And follows Gigi out, trying to recover the ones that just assed out the whole building.
Well, by this time, Nikki is onto her car to get her thing. What I mean thing is she went to get her gun and that. Oh, the Zach Morris model. Okay.
Gathering the coterie back together with Gigi's help. Marcus is looking over the phone, checking the attachment points, figuring out what cables he's going to have to drag out of the basement to make this shit work. But the central theme is we got to find Arthur and we got to make a choice. The mysterious voice, Pompeo or Evelyn? What are we doing? because I can get information out of this shit box. But what we do with it, we gotta choose.
It did say that appeasing Baron Stevens would be the display.
I don't like her.
Neither do I.
Thing is, we were gonna have to go get Arthur either way, because remember, we were gonna go talk to him before Steven showed up and threw the monkey in the wrench. And so we should go get Arthur anyway. But now we know that they're not where we left them, so we have to go looking elsewhere for them.
He could be.
Well, the voice was kind enough to give us an idea. I propose we start there after warning the appropriate parties.
Okay, it sounds like we got a plan. Road trip it is.
Understood. Let's figure out whether we can grab the little bastard and get him to somebody. I think that right now our best choice is Evelyn. I don't trust the other side that much. And Evelyn gives us the biggest advantage inside Gary. If she trusts us even a little bit, we come out ahead.
I'm with whatever the group decides.
I'll follow this spot.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, it comes down to who are the thinkers and who are the doers. Right now, the options in front of the Coterie are really quite simple. Do you go on this mad quest to bring back the maddest of madmen themselves, Arthur Caldwell, known to even booby-trap his own place of being? Or do you fly from Gary with all that you have screaming into the wind? Either way, you'll be leaving, but it is one you'll be returning, and the other you will not.
Oh yeah, I'm planning on going to get out there.
And Marcus is not planning on leaving. He's got too many Tremere and other people who are counting on.
So we put you in.
So,
I mean, there's a third option.
Third option is figuring out what crazy disembodied voice with the scary face that you all ran away from, who they are and what they want.
Okay, that is another option, but another option is we'd have to go find Fournette and we start a revolution.
Revolution's a lot of work, and we don't have a basis. We don't have We don't have a fulcrum to build a revolution around.
So, are we doing the smart thing with Evelyn or with Pompey?
If you capture Arthur first and then make a decision later. Arthur might have, in his own way, more ideas that will lead us to better options.
You can throw some ketchup on your fish ass in this thing. Do this.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go after Arthur.
Marcus is going to hook up the brick phone that we got, that Motorola from 1991, I'm going to assume. And he's going to get geolocation and text history off of it.
So that you are aware, there really is no geolocational information on the Motorola Dynatec 800X that you actually are holding. Getting it supplied with power is perfectly fine. It's already completely charged. There are 30 numbers that could be stored in that phone. There is only one that is actually stored. The information that's presented by that phone is a single Hail Mary call to whatever may be behind that creature.
And Marcus is going to throw that ball. He's going to invest in that single Hail Mary.
So tell me you're gonna do something. You're gonna do something smart.
I'm going to do something tech. I don't know if it's smart, but yeah, it's going to be high tech.
And that's gonna get us what? I'm taking it that you're calling because you got the phone and you threw a monkey wrench in the assistance that I was being able to offer you all in this. So tell me you're gonna do something smart. Tell me that I'm not wasting my fucking resources to try to reach out to you all to help you all come to a resolution of what's going on over there in that fucking dump that you call a city.
But what's his faster?
I am, without a doubt, the most technologically trained kindred that exists in Gary.
That ain't saying much. That's like being the most polished toy on a pile of it. So
No.
You a
When
third
I
world
say
country.
I'm the most technologically trained kindred. I'm probably in the top 5% of technologically trained kind in the city. If there is any information in this sweet Jesus brick of a phone, there are 7 people on the planet that will be able to get it out, and I'm one of those 7.
You think I'm fucking...
Hold on, one second. One second. I think Marcus is not getting out of character that this is not nobody talking, it's the person on the other side of the phone talking, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't even know who he's talking to.
I thought it was the disembodied voice talking. The one that scared the crap out of everybody and run away.
All right.
No, you called the phone, and the phone on the other side of the phone a person picked up. And that person that picked up is asking you if you've done something stupid or not, because you didn't even ask who the fuck it was on the other end.
Okay, that Cotton didn't, or Marcus didn't call on the phone.
Okay.
Cotton attached to the phone.
Okay. So once again, the Motorola Dynatac 800X that Marcus is plugging in to provide power is fully charged. It has approximately the potential to store 30 numbers. There's only one number in that phone. It is a singular Hail Mary action. And you said you were tossing that ball, which meant that Marcus pushed the little green button that said talk to the one number that's stored in that phone.
That was the part where I misunderstood. I thought I was tossing the ball, investigating the number, not actually calling the number. That's my bad. I totally own that.
So, that singular number, that
the one number
that
exists,
that 11-digit number that is stored, which is clearly a part of a much longer series of numbers that places the geolocation address for that particular number somewhere between the Earth and the Sun. Do you call that number?
I look at the number, discern whether it has information I could steal. Like, does it have an area code? Does it have a geocode? Does it have a international extension? Does it have all the other things that some phone numbers have? If not, if none of those things apply, or if they apply in a weird way, like the locations are very far away or seem masked in some way, yes, Marcus will call the number. You'll press fast dial 1 and see what happens.
And tell them all our secrets.
Well, Marcus is probing, and unfortunately for those not even remotely technologically gifted, it very much appears as if he's going to break the one line of contact with anything that's connected with the monster that sent you all sprawling from the building. What is taking place for everyone else? Because that is not a short-term thing, as it's being diagnosed, investigated, and probed and analyzed. While that is happening, what is everyone else doing?
Well, if Nikki sees this, she's going to try to ask, would you please not to do that?
You worry about me breaking it, and you about to break it. Just call the damn number.
Marcus at this point is kind of like a feral marmot, scuttling and surrounding the technology involved, holding it close to himself. Imagine Gollum. My precious.
No.
It's like there is so much information we can get before we dial the number. Just give me a minute.
We got a minute. We got to make a damn decision. Let's go, please.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so Marcus is sucking out the information that he knows is important because he's given a phone number.
Push the button.
Whether it's 8 digits, 11 digits, or 14 digits, he knows there's information in that information. Once he has that shit in his head, he finally succumbs to the rest of the coterie and dials it.
The line connects. After a series of, instead of rings or chirps, just 2 clicks. Hey, tell me you're gonna do something smart, says the voice on the other end of the phone.
And I put it on speakerphone.
No such option in that particular model. However, it is loud enough that it can be heard across the room.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so Gigi, with her criminal connections in multiple places, does she recognize the voice?
Having not dealt with that particular individual directly, no, she does not. It is stereotypically Chicago Italian. It is clearly in the mid to late 50s, you would guess, because there's a certain gravitas that comes with age. There's a certain, I don't fucking care if you like it or not, that comes with age. Whereas someone a little younger may have that, I'm going to try to appease you a little bit. Or worse yet, I'm going to try to fuck with you a little bit. I'm not going to fuck with you. You're not going to fuck with me. I don't care if you do, because I'm going to fuck you up if you do. Is the resounding social aspect of the voice on the other end of the phone.
Would Nikki know that voice?
Bitch.
Having not dealt with that particular individual directly, no. All right, so we already off to a rousing fucking start. I don't like being ignored. You called. What is your decision?
Marcus looks around the room to get some kind of consensus. Should he answer immediately, or should we let Leonetti or Gigi answer?
Well, we would love to give you an answer right away. We don't quite know who we're dealing with. Sorry. They just left the phone here and we called the number.
Well, you ain't fucking dead, so they decided not to kill you, which means that you have potentiality of actually helping us both get what we want. Who does it fucking matter who I am? I provided resources to you that could have been a detriment. They were not a detriment. They left you a line of communication. What are you guys gonna do? You're gonna help out that bitch Stephens, or you're gonna help out that punk Pompeo? It's really simple. You got one or two things. Or there's technically a third thing if you guys go running for the hills like a bunch of punks yourselves. So which one is it going to be?
I'm sick of therapy.
We'd rather not have to deal with Stephanie, but she's already made herself pretty comfortable and at home here.
Yeah, what do you expect? There's a fucking dump. Biggest shit takes over the roost as it goes.
And nobody nobody recognizes the voice that's coming over the phone right now, right?
He's not saying
I've dealt with people, yeah, we don't recognize that specific voice. Gigi's probably dealt with people like him, but she doesn't know this specific voice. She's kind of hanging on the guess of having dealt with people like him before.
Marcus is of the firm opinion we'll deal with the bitch until she turns on us.
Too late for fucking that, eh? You're lucky that I thought you guys might do something that stupid. So it's the reason why I sent my guy to help you out as best as possible and help you make a decision. What you all fail to realize is, while you don't know me, I've been party to you fuckers fucking shit up for me for a couple of months now. And perfectly honest, I'm a little tired of it. You got the depot shut down. Your guy, your fucking guy, the Acampo guy, whoever the fuck that African guy was, helped shut the fucking depot down. Are you fucking serious? That's a moneymaker for everybody that was involved. You all created a situation that it didn't have to be. So, even though I lost money, I invested in you all. And, I'm a little behind the 8 ball. Had a recent family fucking reunion. So, I'm going to be the better version of myself, as it were. You either do or you don't. And once you make your decision, I can either help you or tell you how bad you fucked up before I do something to you. Deal? That's about as fair as this can be, considering I'm taking away from business opportunities and taking a moment to share this moment with you all. Now, I don't need no half-ass gerrymandering political bullshit. Either you is or you ain't. Which side of the line are you on?
I think that we should really work with Pompey.
And Eddie, I gotta trust you. If you have a good feeling about Pompeo, I got the Tremere with me, kind of, and I can bend them to that effort. You tell me that's where we need to go, then I could see going that way.
I think we should go that way.
Are you guys really fucking pulling straws right now? What the fuck is this? Fucking amateurs, I tell you. Hey, Hugo, I know the wife got you running some errands for her later in the day, but I need you here. Look, these fuckers over there in Gary, they need some act right. They pulling fucking straws to decide between that bitch Stevens and that fucking Pompeo, whatever the fuck they want to be called. Fucking Italianos. Anyway, so I need you to go down there and I need you to blow something up to let them know that we're fucking serious. We're not playing around here. Make a fucking decision. And he ends the call, and you can tell that they're still in the middle of a conversation when he ends the call.
Like he got cut off
That's not good. No, it's like he hung up on purpose.
You know, for the love of me, I just want one of these bastards to be clear and just tell us where their allegiances lie. We got the mystery invisible guy that freaked everybody out. We got this mystery phone call that's trying to make us make a choice. We got fucking Baron telling us to do this or that for whatever reason. We need one person to be clear. To be clear.
That's not the way of the vampire.
It is the way of the tower.
Who said they were tower?
These have all got to be animals from one flavor or another.
You know, that's funny. In no uncertain terms, Baron Stevens gave you an edict. Do this, clean your slate. In no uncertain terms, the monstrosity that was formerly in your hidden base of operation, having followed all of the trauma there, and it's clearly been there longer than Stevens was, left a phone so that you can contact the person on the other end, which means those two are clearly in the same camp. They are clearly one working for the other. Meaning the monstrosity that was there was working for the voice on the other end of the phone. And it was a simple question. Which side of the line are you guys on? And in your confusion, you're not having a plan, you're not having a standpoint to work from, frustrated them. Which means there's somewhere sometime tonight, based on how that phone call ended, somewhere in Gary will be the victim of a punitive action from an unknown source. As far as clarity, it is no clearer than that. It was the Baron gave you an order. The Baron gave you an order, and the voice sent his man or beast to provide alternative considerations.
The voice never clarified his connection to the Baron or the Tower or any fucking other person.
No,
just
he didn't,
scared
did he?
the shit out of us and dropped the phone. And then we answered the phone and we dialed the phone, and the phone produced another person who could be representative of the Tower or the Barony or a totally random third person. There is no clarity in any of that. None. We are...
Is this what Marcus is saying? Is this what Marcus is saying?
No, this is what Marcus is thinking.
Okay, so what is he saying? Because unfortunately, the Coterie does not have any ability to read each other's minds. They have not entered into a vinculum of aldery, nor even a blood bond with each other, so there's no sharing of thoughts. What is it that he is saying?
Marcus is saying, I don't know what to fucking do. We got a Baron on one side. We got a mysterious, scary motherfucker popping out of nowhere, dropping a phone. I got what information I could out of the phone, made the phone call. We've got another person who is asking us to do things, maybe, but asking us where we lie without telling us where they lie. If somebody wants us to do something or be something or attach to something, somebody's got to fucking tell us. The only person that at any point has been completely honest about what they want us to do and where they want us to be is Duck Sharp. The Duck showed up and said, hey, I want you to do this thing so the Tower can reestablish power within Gary and get rid of the SI. That's what the Ducks wanted us to do. And we didn't have the wherewithal or the power at the time to make that happen. So now we're stuck in this. And the Anarchs and God knows who else is telling us to go 4 fucking different directions. Somebody, somewhere, has to have a plan. And it would be massively fucking advantageous if they told anyone else what that plan was. We cannot do something.
Very carefully creeps over to Marcus and slaps her hands over his mouth. Shh. You're giving me a damn headache.
This is all giving me a goddamn headache. Every part of that.
Zip it. I will answer your questions if you give me a damn minute.
Marcus holds down like Ben is in the room and Ben has told him to shut the fuck up. He sits in the middle of a chair and folds up.
I understand what you're saying and that you're confused. But the thing is that person on the other end knew a lot about both sides. They seem to not pretty much like Stephens, but they weren't a fan of Pompeo either. And I can see how that's confusing. You said that we only had one directive from Sharp. Sharp ain't here no more. We got a directive. Stevens gave us a directive. She said, go get Arthur. That was a directive. That was a very clear point made by the current Baron of the city. She told us if we do as she asks, she will wipe the slate clean. Now, can we trust her worth a damn? I don't fucking know. But the point is, she gave us a directive as well. And this other person on the phone, they also, in their own way, gave us a directive. They said, make a fucking choice. One way or the other. What side are we on? That's the point we're at right now. The choice we need to make is to still go get Arthur, because it's important one way or the other that we get our hands on him. No matter what we do after the fact, is we need to go get Arthur. We also might want to warn Pompeo about what's going on and see if he, perchance, knows who that was on the phone, because I have a feeling they might be connected somehow. All them weird Italian families tend to be. He felt like a, mobster sort to me. I've dealt with guys like that before. So, going to get Arthur, but in the meantime, stop off and tell Pompeo what we need to tell Pompeo. Once we get Arthur back, we need to decide then if we are going to give him to Pompeo and not come back to Gary, because that's going to have to happen, or we bring him back to Stephens and stay and make friends until whoever comes for her comes forward. That's the decision we need to make later. Right now, we need to get on the road, because I'm pretty sure whoever he's sending towards us is not going to be nice when they get here.
But not one of them, not one of the 3 or 4 people who have recently yelled at us have given us a damn bit of information about actually finding it on this thing. Arthur could be anywhere. I mean,
actually,
twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
Spirit thing, whatever the crazy looking thing that dropped the phone off, that did. It said where he was last. We need to head in that direction.
I'm good with it. I mean, I'd rather not go to his comic book shop, because there's a chance of too many goddamn questions happening there. Because nerds are nerds.
She said southeast.
Southeast, which would be south of South Haven, hopefully. A little bit outside, maybe. So let's go. Let's just grab Arthur, bundle him up, and put him in a straitjacket, and then figure out who we deliver him to. And definitely keep him away from toothpaste, soap, powdered milk, any kind of alcohol or gasoline, and anything with an integrated circuit, because I'm good, but he's way better at making boom booms. I think the most advanced thing we allow him near is a toothpick.
Alright, let's go. Who's going in what car? Because we're going to need to take more than one. I can't ride in anything but the bug, obviously.
Here.
You got the bug. You want to take, how about you take Leonetti? And I'll take Lansky. And, you take Leonetti and Lansky, and I'll take Nikki.
It's Lasky, not Lansky.
Oh, it is Lasky. Shit, I apologize.
You're fine, Marcus.
But I'll take Nikki with me in the Camaro, because she ain't gonna blow it up, and more importantly, she looks good in it.
You do know I have a Ferrari, right?
Yeah, we're not gonna drive a Ferrari through Gary and try to kidnap somebody.
Hey guys.
Yes.
But the Camaro is so much more inconspicuous.
You guys If you think about this entire thing as a chess game, and it's just Evelyn and that one's sire, he points at Leonetti, Pompey.
Yes, and who do you think the pawns are, darling?
How would you think a castle and a rook would be? Who would those be? Castle and a rook. The castle moves spaces. A pawn can move the entire board until they're a strong piece, but they have a weakness to angles.
They can only move in two directions.
Yes. And a rook is the same except diagonal.
What's that got to do with what we were about to do?
He's trying to determine who chess piece is who. I would say Stevens is more of a queen, since she has the most power. She has unfettered access to move in the way she wants, evidenced by taking over other barons' land.
You know, and
we can talk about this on the road. Did you realize this, right?
Exactly. Nikki's gonna ride in the Camaro. She was just fucking around. Excuse me.
So, GG, having made an executive decision for the Coterie, where is it that you all are heading to? What is it that you all are preparing to do?
Okay, because I remember hearing the spirit thing say that he was seen last in the Lake of Four Seasons area. And that's also kind of where the Baron said that she sent him in that area. But then there was some question as to maybe him not having gone all the way there and gone somewhere else. But what is closest of the two places that were mentioned to where we are now? Like, what if we were gonna hit one versus the other, what direction would we have to go in?
Well, even though it's not safe for most kindred to spend much time on the expressway, if you take 65 down to 30, you can get to Shorewood Forest far sooner than having to get off and take the lesser roadway south to the Lake of Four Seasons. There's a country club there, but it is a little bit out of the way. It is not an easy thing to get to in terms of just travel time. There's no main expressway that would get you there. You could get off and then follow the main road from 109th Avenue all the way east till you get there, but that still is a lot of driving on relative streets. It's not county roads or expressways or routes. It is a street. It's a wide street, but it still is a street. It is a simple road, not a major thoroughfare. So the Lake of the Four Seasons is far more timely, time and inoperative to get to versus Shorewood Forest. The Sherwood Forest area, unfortunately, is considerably closer to South Haven than you would like to venture without having made a decision one way or the other. When you last spoke to Pompeo, his request was simple. Give me proof. You say I should go to war with the Baron, the undisputed Baron of Gary? Give him proof as to the effective profitability in doing so. and that was solely because of his relationship with Leonetti, solely because of the history shared. Otherwise, it is clear that on the surface, there's nothing profitable about Gary. The depot is gone. The influx of Vitae the market has been cornered. You'd be going to war with Silk and all of her resources. Gary's a closed city. You'd have to go in shooting the place up like it was the Wild West. You'd have to engage in drastic actions.
So the lake is probably the smarter place to head first because we still need to get Arthur before we take him anywhere.
Wait. This Robert Warrington. Warrington, right?
Was that it?
Warrington's Haven Miller College. Cottage, not college. Sorry.
Are you making a point? Like, are you saying this out loud? Are you making a point? What are you doing?
Gigi?
What?
We should go there.
Why do we need to go there?
I have a feeling. It has to do with something with like something like a monstrous shadow of a king, or I feel like.
Okay, so the place you just mentioned, is that in that Lakewood area, or the Lake of the Four Seasons area?
The person he mentioned, Robert Warrington? No, that... do any of you all have any connections with or to the Toreadors or the Thin Bloods?
Thin Bloods. I used to have a connection with the Toreadors. But, well, last he did.
And then he's off once more, his mind again reeling and going through the very vicissitudes of the multi-dimensionality of existing as a thing outside of nature. You all watch it, are able to see it happening now because of the fugue-like state as his eyes gloss over. And he's clearly seeing castles being built in the air. He is clearly seeing angels singing in the corners of the room. He is clearly seeing something that is not here, not now, not present in the moment. He is connecting with something ephemeral, something just beyond what you all can see. And for a moment, those of you who are paying attention to young Mr. Lasky do begin looking around the room. Is there another one of those things nearby? Is there a Nosferatu here? Is there a spirit or a wraith? All of those thoughts play havoc with your undead minds.
Look, I want to do what you're asking, but I need something more concrete before I go making changes to the plans that we all agreed to, and we don't got a lot of night. So, if you can't give me a more concrete reason than a name and a feeling, we're going to have to head to where I said we were heading.
Robert Warrington. And blood. When have I steered a strong?
We don't got all night. I don't got that many damn fingers.
That many fingers. Based on my visions, they've been right most of the time. My feet.
I can't help you, brother. I don't have aspects, so I can't add anything to.
I say. Media influence. We should go there. Armies might be there.
As in human armies? Why would we want to go anywhere near that?
An army of the dead. Maybe thin blood. Robert Warrington is a thin blood. Maybe Toinette's there?
That's a lot of maybes. We need assurances.
We should go there. Maybe I can go there. Maybe we can split up then. You go to where you think we should go, and whoever wants to join me, go there.
Look, every time we split up from each other, bad things happen. And we can't get to each other if we're split apart.
Yes, then we should all go to there then, because that's the universe telling us to go there.
It's not the universe, it's your crazy ass. But fine.
I'm putting my foot down on this.
You know, the funny thing is, in all of this back and forth, and all of this consideration as to where you will be going, he's never said where that actually is.
That's what she asked. She asked him, where is that? Do you have a location? Not just a name, and he never gave the location.
I shall. It's in Asia. No. He's glitching. It's a small territory. And it's next to Coots Lake. Walkerton City. Or town. The place is exactly.
I thought we had a concrete plan already to retrieve our thinking completely. Where are all these deviations coming from?
It's on the side of. It's on the street of, or the drive of Friendship Drive.
Gigi just points at John like that one. That one is where all the deviations are coming from.
Friendship Drive. And Gemini LN.
Okay, so did he give her a location or not? Because I haven't heard that yet. I'm hearing bits and pieces. Does that sound like in the direction that we were already headed?
It's off the coast of the 6. 23 meters.
John, there's no coast off the 6. The lakes are north of us.
Not
you need to focus.
No, I don't know how to word freeway thingies.
Marcus is getting frustrated. He's listening to John, and he's trying to disseminate and parse, but Holy sweet Jesus, man.
Walkerman.
Walkerman.
No, Walkerton. Google
Walkerton what? Is that a city? Is that a street? Is that something that we can lock onto? We've got to catch this bastard, because if Arthur is loose, people are going to die. If Arthur is captured, the Baron's going to kill us. So, and don't say the word coast again unless we're going to Lake Michigan.
Lake Michigan?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yes, I'm thinking.
Gigi, please translate for him.
We should go to Walkerman town. It seems like a town. Look at Google map. Put in Walkerman. Ton. Sorry.
Walkerton Street.
No.
City.
It
Okay.
just says Walkerton.
Walkerton
Or put
Town.
Robert Warrington.
Okay, who has a higher strength, me or John?
Only one way to find out.
One way or another. I'm sorry. It's Walkerton. It's on the map.
Walkerton map. Well,
Trail. There's a Walkerton trail. Wait, it's
Gigi is resisting the urge to beat the unholy crap out of. Okay, fucking Walkerton is in Canada. What the hell?
no. Fucking give me the wheel.
Marcus is playing with his phone, his VPN protected, seriously over-engineered fucking high-tech phone, and Walkerton, WALKRERTON, town, brings up Canada,
No, it's in
Ontario.
It's in Indiana.
Okay, so let's fucking adjust the search, because Marcus is about to lose his shit. Walkerton, Indiana. There we go. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay.
It's relatively
From Gary, it's about a 2-3 hour drive. It's into Indiana. It's just south of Michigan. You're almost in Ohio, which ew. Ugh.
so bad about Ohio.
I'm from Michigan. Everything's bad about Ohio. I'm not lying.
Alright, John, if we do this, and I'll let you have your way this time, and you are not right, your ass is mine. You understand me?
Kinky, but yes.
No, not in that way. You're not gonna enjoy it. Get in the fucking car.
Okay, so it's Indiana, or it's it's Indiana Highway 6. Straight out of shit. We can take that shit right out of Gary. Goes right through Pompeo's area, through Westville, and it gets us right into Walkerton.
Pompeo, the most technologically advanced baron in the entirety of the Midwest. Pompeo, who has taken steps and precautions against almost every technological means of being monitored, while keeping those same means used to monitor the entirety of his domain. And you're going to drive right through his territory.
I am the most technologically advanced Tremere that has ever walked the face of this earth. but we're going to take the 90, which is just north of this area, and then drop south on the 421 to capture the 6, so we don't flip his property. Because Marcus may be the most technologically advanced, but he's also the biggest baby. So we'll take the 90 across to the 421 and south to the 6.
I guess the last time a Malkavian drove in this game, it was...
Yeah, you're not allowed to drive, man. No, that's not gonna fucking happen.
Nikki's driving her car.
The two drivers are going to be the La Sombra and either the Tremere or the Catif or Leonetti. Your ass is in the back seat.
Hey, I keep everybody can take anything though.
And Nikki pulls up in her Ferrari and you all are off. To say that it is a hair-raising moment would be underselling it by a vast amount. Enough that you could literally have the GDP of the US, Canada, Mexico, and the entirety of South America as a difference. Kindred do not drive on the expressways and cover much distance as matter of fact, as matter of cause, as matter of principle, because the expressways, and especially the expressways and the routes that trip through those wild, unaccompanied, unaccounted for areas, deprives them of food, deprives them of the opportunity to blend in amongst the sheep, deprives them of the safety and security that is the city. On the expressways, on the roadways, they are no longer apex predators. They are, in fact, lunch at best.
An accident waiting to happen? Is that what you're trying to say?
It is a matter of cause and principle for you all to cover the distance from Gary to Walkerton. It is a matter of steely resolve and determination. It is a panic attack happening on top of a panic attack on top of a panic attack after you've managed to inject pure, unstepped on caffeine directly into your veins. Would you all that are driving, please roll your composure plus drive with a DC of 3.
Good thing I'm not driving.
Seriously? DC 3?
You are alone on the expressway in a convoy of other kindred, behind, 100% behind enemy lines. The wild spaces of Indiana, even if you were something as homogeneously part of the world as a planetary friendly vegan who has never done anything wrong, in the wild nights outside of the cities in Indiana, you are effectively in the country. You are effectively as far removed from the urban environment as you can possibly be. In every shadow that you pass on the expressway, in every van that moves alongside of you, or SUV, or tractor trailer, or 16-wheeler, could very well be those monsters you've all heard about, those lupines, or worse, SI, with every plausible deniability for making you go off the road. After all, the car is nothing more than a combustive, explosive device. And
of course. Sorry.
And while there's some safety in the idea of being in the city, out there in the wilds, again, you move from the top of the food pyramid to becoming the stuff that their food eats. Halfway between 90 and Walkerton, you all have to pull over to the side of the road. You're not sure why Nikki stops, but they do. They stop with such abruptness you almost pass them by. The Ferrari has a good deal of open road speed that gives them a lot of leeway between most of the cars near them. but they pull off to the side of the road. And they need a moment to compose themselves. And that moment is fraught in and of itself because they are sure, and they are 100% right, that the last convoy of vehicles that were not you all that you passed roughly 3 minutes prior had a passenger shifting from human to something furry with a long snout. And they'd begun to sniff the wind, to sniff the air, and they looked their baleful amber eyes directly into Nikki's vehicle. As you pull off to the side of the road, halfway between the 90 and Walkerton, you realize how big the sky is, how empty the world is everywhere except for the cities. You realize that what lay ahead of you is not one that will allow you, the steps ahead of you will not allow any equivocation. They will not allow you all to move as if there is a guaranteed tomorrow. It will not allow you all to be indecisive or non-focused in the least. You are heading into an enemy domain with little to go on save the mad ramblings of a barista. The reality of that is, well, I won't say foolish, but they're clearly for you all, you've said somewhere in your heart that there is no God.
Okay, so we all pulled over to the side. Is anybody gonna get out and check on Nikki, or?
Do you really want the nearly robotic Tremere Regent to check on her, or do you want somebody with some level of social skill to make that fucking decision?
Oh God, do I have to go out and talk to people again?
No,
Yes,
you stay the hell in the car.
Well, I do have some form of talking to people.
Gigi is going to get out of the car quickly and cross to the passenger side and approach Nikki's car and like stick their head in. Is there a problem, darling?
So did she? Hold on. We have been marked by lupines.
We what now?
We have been marked by werewolves.
So pulling over was a good idea. Why?
So
You just don't sit here and let them catch us?
No, but it is a good idea that you know this.
Okay, well then we should.
Agreed.
So Gigi will head back towards the bug, but in the meantime, like passing Marcus's vehicle and shouts kind of like in his general direction, werewolves, and then gets back in the bug and starts it up.
Okay.
Can we go talk to him?
Yes, you go talk to him. You go talk to them. We will be back for you shortly.
Are we on
And
walk?
she's not in the car, so you
Whose car
can
am I
hear
in?
her. I know, I'm just saying it.
So you guys have been just told that there are werewolves, and you've been marked. And what is it that you all decide to do? You can always, fuck the shit and run, or you can face.
Wait! Holy crap! What? We've all just been told that lupines have found us. Is that what you just said?
That's what Gigi just said. Werewolves.
Holy
and then
crap.
Ran back in the car.
Because we were riding on the interstate.
We should probably go talk to him.
Where the fuck did the lupines come from? Holy crap!
I wanted to take a guess because we're in their territory.
Well, we're always in their goddamn territory. They're fucking lupines. Anything that doesn't have concrete is their territory, right?
Yeah, but we are in the woods. We like heading towards the woods.
I didn't know that was part of our little fucking plan. Jesus Christ.
Here's like the narration where we were driving through.
I'm a wizard and a K-thief.
But you can still.
My knowledge of the lupines is limited to what you can fit on the back of a postage stamp.
Doggies.
Okay, so we need to run the fuck away? Is that the current plan?
Or we say hi.
No, we don't say hi. Don't even suggest saying hi. We run the fuck away.
I believe the option is fuck this shit.
Okay.
Don't okay me where you need to go. I get the fuck back in the Camaro and inspire everyone else who was in the Camaro at the time to get back in the Camaro, and we leave. Because, oh shit.
It's funny. You all had allotted mentally roughly about a 2.5, 3 hour travel time. You are roughly at an hour and a half at this point. The distance from where you are to Walkerton should put you there in the next additional hour and a half. You cover that 90 minutes of travel time in complete disobedience of posted speed limits. You cover that next 90 minutes of travel time in 45 minutes. And as you all near the northern exchange leading into Walkerton, and you look at the sign that says, "Welcome to Walkerton," the population having been sprayed out, crossed over, and otherwise damaged due to some clear youthful vandalism. There's an exhalation of a breath you all didn't realize you had held. You traveled in excess of 85 miles an hour to ensure that you would not be cut off, intercepted, nicked, bumped, or otherwise stopped by another vehicle. You did everything you all could to evade, elude, and escape any potential vehicle being close enough to see within those very fogged up glasses, the windows and windshields of your vehicle. Escaping the hint of lupine is far easier than escaping an actual lupine. And as you all ease into Walkerton, the city lit up as all cities are at this hour of the evening, barely. The town spread out before you. The main road in that you are on, you see a hotel from where you are. You see a bar. We'll hear it more so than see it, just to your southeast of entering into the town. To your left, there is of course, a small river that runs concurrent to the town. And it looks like the sort of place that if you had a choice and you had to describe it, there would be one horse in the entirety of it.
Horse?
It is the sort of place that stunt doubles from Mayberry RFD. This is the sort of place where children run barefoot in the summer. And towns gather for the weekly fish. The town members gather for the weekly fish fry. The sort of place where three kindred with a dream could take over in a week. This is the sort of place where all urban dreams go to die. And realizing that you've managed to do for you the impossible, escape Blue Pines, travel the expressways, and avoid accidentally triggering another Baron to your location in the world. I'd like to thank you all for a lovely episode, and I'll see you guys next time. There will be prompts on the server, because there's a lot of things to cover, and we don't have that much time. The season is far shorter than it should be, and I look forward to seeing what you all bring to the table. See you all next time.
I'm a lot better at those now, so yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Prompt me now. Prompt me now.
Good night.
Okay. Good night, nobody. Have a good night.
Okay, and talk.
Anybody who wants to do a Mayberry scene with